Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Over the past few hours, Iran has launched attacks on several U.S. allies in the region, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain. There are reports of a Saudi oil refinery coming under an Iranian drone attack. Several U.S. planes have crashed in Kuwait, according to its Ministry of Defense. The crews of the aircraft are safe. Kuwait says it's investigating the cause of the incident. Fire and plumes of smoke have been seen near the U.S. Embassy. The embassy has urged people not to come to the compound and to take cover. A Saudi oil refinery has halted operations after a suspected Iranian strike. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry said 2 drones attempted to strike the plant and were intercepted. The ministry added falling debris caused a limited fire at the facility. The country's oil giant Aramco says it shut the Ras Tanura refinery as a precautionary measure. In Bahrain, smoke is seen at Salman port in the capital Manama following an attack. The port houses the U.S. Navy's 5th fleet. And loud bangs were also heard here in the Qatari capital, Doha, as its air defense system intercepted attacks from Iran. Qatar's Al Udeid Air Base hosts U.S. and other international forces. Since Saturday, across the Gulf, civilian infrastructure from seaports and airports to residential buildings and hotels have been hit in Iranian attacks. The Iranian Red Crescent says 555 people have been killed in 3 days of joint U.S.-Israel strikes across Iran. This was the scene in the city of Sanaj Daj, that's in Kurdistan province in the west of the country. The U.S. military says it struck more than 1,000 targets inside Iran since the beginning of the joint operation. Meanwhile, conflict is also spilling over into Lebanon, drawing in Iran's key regional ally, Hezbollah. Israeli strikes have killed at least 31 people, including a senior Hezbollah commander. Israel says the attacks are in response to Hezbollah firing a barrage of rockets and drones at northern Israel. All right, Al Jazeera's team of correspondents are live for us in Tehran, Beirut, Vienna, Washington, and Ramallah. But first, let's talk to Zain Basravi, who is in Doha. So, Zain, we know that there has been this several, according to the Kuwaiti Ministry of Defense, U.S. jets that have gone down. What do we know there?
That is correct. Just about an hour or so ago, the Kuwaiti Ministry of Defense confirming that several U.S. jets, not exactly putting a number on it, but saying several U.S. jets had been shot down or had crashed in Kuwait. Now, we've seen at least two separate looking videos, two independent videos that seem to show two separate crashes. One, we see this aircraft spiraling, an F-15E Strike Eagle, spiraling, its tail on fire, trailing smoke, and crashing to the ground. Two pilots there did manage to eject. That was also seen on social media videos that were posted, and then they were shown later on the ground being held and assisted by locals. Another video seeming to show a crash happening over a more urban area. And in the past hour, we've had the Iranian army confirming that we targeted U.S. Ali al-Salam base in Kuwait and hostile vessels in the northern Indian Ocean with 15 cruise vessels. A television report quoting the Iranian military going on to say a hostile American F-15 fighter jet was shot down near the border with Kuwait. Now, a few hours ago, there were still some concerns as to exactly how these jets may have come down. There were some...
Shut down my donkey. That's not what that is. You people know exactly what's going on out there. Great glory, great praise, beloved. Shalom. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's good to be here. All praises to the Most High. Indeed, we are watching those people all losing their mind. And everything that they thought they knew, everything that they thought they're playing, things are going sideways. Please give me a 1 if you can hear me and see me well. All right, well, there you go. Okay, so today we're going to, oops, there we go, right here, that's better. Today we're going to focus on resiliency. Remember, we talk about structure mind, and organized thought. We are going to focus on that. And for Gravis and Intra-Templum, we have something above, Gravis and above, another word, Intra-Templum. We have something for you. It's going to be posted around 6 today concerning the war. Some of you are going to need it, some of you will not need it. And, you know, when those people are talking, beloved, they are talking about the war. Oh, 3 U.S. soldiers died and 5 gravely injured. Oh, that's not a war. This is not number 3533. This is barely a mass shooting. That's not a war. You guys are hiding numbers. If this number that you report is a fact, then this isn't a war. You go to war, you lost 3 soldiers. With all those missiles, bomb and everything, 3 people die. All those high rises, 200 of their people over there died. That's not a war. That's not what that is. That's a cat fight. That's what that is. That's a cat fight. Yeah, that's a cat fight. Just to remember, the jokes is on you guys. Okay, jokes on you, because what's going to happen is you guys thinking you can just literally make a way out of this or somehow find a way to fool the nation, fool the people. It's like, oh, there's a war and stuff and things. Okay, but according to your pastors, according to your preachers, your priests, your learned men, your wise men, that was not supposed to happen. This is the opposite. They were supposed to attack you guys. You people tried that garbage a few years ago in 2022, I believe, with the whole, Ishbola thing. Yeah, Israel, landing over there in Asia and capture some people. Till this day, those people have not been returned, and you guys go over there and do all that war, destroy those people. At least that's what you saw. And you were desperate to get our people into this. Yes, a few blassos went over there, they fight. A few vassals were like, hey, we got to stand for Palestine or whatever. But our people here, man, we stay out of it. Stay out of it. Then this didn't work, and now we got this some dude property of Allah shirt that look like us and trying to get our people involved with this thing. Of course, you will have blassos who will put all their energy into this, being angry and stuff like that, because they they do understand how the energy harvesting works, so they will go over there and try to do this. But in the midst of our people here, we remain calm. And one more thing, just before we move into this thing. It is no longer my responsibility to go out there and keep you people calm or try to tell you what's going on anymore. You are entering the phase where you're going to seek us, you will not find us. You are entering the phase that where are those guys? We want to listen to them now. We want to know exactly what's going on, because everything is so confusing. This isn't what I was expecting. Simple. Just saying. This time that we are in, beloved, it required a lot of resilience. Yesterday we did speak about reliability, to rely on yourself and to do things on your own. Well, once you start relying on yourself and you start doing things on your own, you will build a form of resiliency. And being resilient, it has to be structured. It has to be something that is done on purpose, something that is deliberately put there in order. Structure mind, organized thoughts. Thus, this will give birth to a lot of positive things. Resiliency, beloved, sometimes people saw resilience as some form of raw willpower. Okay, but when in truth, durable resiliency is built upon structure. It's something you have to put there deliberately in order. Structures that reduces decision fatigue, which stabilize behaviors and protect you and things like that. But you have to structure this, because if you don't, doing emotional fluctuation, it will break down. But if you structure it, when motivation things disappear or they decline, structures will sustain, because it is something you put there in order. This resilience there, it's in order. Okay, structure is fluidity. It's organized stability. You have to put it there. It's not rigidity. You have to organize it and put it there. Say, you know what, I'm putting this thing there. When whatever happened, it will fall on this and then it will hold. Resiliency is like building a building, so to speak, a hurricane category building over there in South Florida. You are building it to withstand a hurricane. You are not building a modular home or one of those tiny houses or stuff like that. Let's say you stay in Tornadoes Alley, somewhere in Oklahoma, in that space. You are building a house excuse me, that can withstand tornadoes. You structure the house to withstand that. You don't just build a house because for the sake of building one. You say, hey man, I live in a very dangerous spot and these things happen all the time. Yay, some of the time it doesn't hit me, but it hit my neighborhood or it hit somewhere that I know I'm familiar. I don't even familiar. I'm not going to go ahead and build this house like I'm building some kind of tiki bar or some kind of tiki house. I'm going to build this to withstand a category 4 or 5 hurricane. Once you start doing this thing, beloved, and your own behavior, you will rely on this system, then your willpower fluctuation, because willpower fluctuated. Sometimes you have the will to do something, sometimes the will is weak, but the structure always remain there. You have to alter your behavior where you are stick to your schedule without internal debate and asking yourself, well, what should I do today? I should have read this book. I should have after work go to work and stuff. No, you have a structure that say 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever that time you wake up, you already know what you're going to do. There's a system there. And once I do this, I do that, your mind, the cortex will align itself and it will do what needs to be done, and your superpowers will indeed be unlocked, especially those of you that are retired out there. This is the best time for you to restart your brain, make this thing work. You're going to start to reduce improvisation, impromptu stuff when your energy is low. Again, when you wake up, you don't want to say, do I feel like it to do this today? No, today is Monday to Friday. Whenever I wake up, I have a calendar here. I got everything written in there. When I wake up, I do things, this and this and that. There's a system there. I structure it and I organize myself to do this. Yes, there will be day you wake up, something happened, some kind of event going on, somebody, their tires blew up, their car stops, you're gonna have to help them, daughter missed the bus or something, things like that, but they rarely happen. But you must have a system there when things happen so you can rely on that. You have to put something there when some stuff happen, you consult the structure that is already established. You get out of your house. Friends, people, Negroes, whoever standing in the corner, drinking, smoking. You have a structure that say, hey, when I'm walking in the street, I met somebody, that person start to, hey, Jesus love you. Can you come to our church and, come pray with us? We invited you to this. We invited, because they will. They know you don't go to those things, but they will still invited you. You have a structure that say, hey, Easter is coming for those people. They will invite me to get involved with this garbage and stuff like that. There are things that I do and things that I do not do. And once you start doing those things consistently, beloved, it becomes mechanical. It's not emotional, it's just becoming mechanical. It's just you wake up, you do things, you follow this thing like a robot. You're still an emotional being. Emotion is good, beloved. It is good. But emotion has its time. All right. On a daily basis, the practice, remember, this is your behavior. Sometimes you have to practice any little thing, beloved. It help. All right. Again, you wake up. The wake time is established. This is a fixed anchor. This is something that you have. You wake up at that time, just like you're going to work or whatever. There's a specific time you wake up at. That's one. Two, there is a specific time you go to work or you do certain things. Okay? Three, there's a specific time you do training. Either you train on yourself, mentally, physically. There's a specific time you go into prayer. And there's a specific time you go into reflection. However, fluctuation happen. You might be in the middle of the night sleeping. For whatever the reason, you wake up. You don't need to do anything. You just wake up. So now, if it happened once, okay. But if it keep happening, that means something is there. That means you're going to have to write it in the structure. Say, whenever I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, which is not part of the structure, this is what I'm going to do. There's a reason why the spirit wake you up. You're like, why am I up? Like, it's 3 a.m. This is the time your guardian angel knock on your door. He wants to see you now. The therapist wants to see you now. Number 34. Come in. That's your time. I don't know what you're going to do, but this is something you're going to have to establish. Now, again, while saying this, beloved, I must warn my beloved out there not to, invite certain optional thing that will just make inconsistency much more worse for you. So, I would advise not to do this. Okay. All right. So don't try to have too much option, because it's going to invite inconsistency. So, excuse me. When you are working that way, beloved, you build this system, this automate discipline. When you wake up, you know what you're going to do. You start preparing your breakfast. You start preparing your work clothes. You know where things are. You know where your shoes, your undergarment, your socks and stuff, where everything at. You prepare everything. You prepare your tools, your workplace in advance. For instance, you're going to participate in a 40-day fast or whatever that is, and some kind of journey. There are things you prepare to be there. I'm eating during sunset or sunrise, would be depending on your covenant. You prepare your food and things. You know that you're going to work or you're going to certain stuff. You prepare the clothes, you put it there. Whenever the time comes, I know everything is there, stuff. You don't want the time to come and then you wake up like, oh man, I gotta go to this thing. All right. Oh, okay. Let me put this. Oh crap! I thought that piece of garment that I have was clean, was prepared. Damn it, this one is dirty. It's not. It's wrinkled. Oh boy, I don't have the time to wash it, or ironing it and stuff. Darn, and stuff like that. Things happen. So those, when pressures happen, you must tighten up your structure. Don't loosen it up. When things happen, hold on tighter. Because structures, once you build it, it is there to absorb volatility. It is there to absorb when things are haywire. It will work its way. Everything will fall into its place. If things start going haywire and then you lose your marble, well, that's like, this is counterproductive. You did this thing to control stuff. Most of you do make decision on volatility, on anxiety. You panic. This person did something, that thing happened, you lost a job, something, and then you panic. You do desperation. Desperation will make you do all sort of things. Desperation make you get this job that you shouldn't get. Desperation make you tying up in a knot with this person you shouldn't, because you are desperate. No, you have a structure. You say, hey, if I get into whatever that is with this person, there are signs that I need to see first in order for me to move on or stand back. And then when this thing filtered through the structure, say, okay, well, then I'm going to stand back. I'm good. But sometimes we make stuff, we are desperate, because this emotional instability, which will lead to, we'll skip some of the habit. You will have this reactive decision making. Again, all the reactive decision you see online. People always react. It is a reaction become an art form now. People will see video, oh, they react to it, then stuff like that. You see, all those little things, they add up. They add up to certain behavior. Now, anything that people did to you, anything you see, you will have the tendency of reacting instead of being proactive, instead of remaining calm and know how to do things, and go to your structure, organize your thought, and go to this thing. No. Because this emotional instability where you keep reacting to things, you will lose productivity. Again, your anxiety will increase and your panic attack or whatever you want to call it will increase. So you have to say, on this day, I do not redesign my life based on temporary feelings. Our people have this astounding ability of making temporary feeling things permanent. This is a basketball game, man. Yes, I love watching basketball team, but I'm not going to tie up my emotion with this team to such a degree when they lose, I fell into depression. Even worse, when they win, I lose my mind. I'm so happy my team won. I'm all over. Oh, hell. This is a temporary stuff. Our people have this uncanny ability of designing their life based on the temporary feeling they have towards a person. Our people are the only group of people that make a crush, fall in love, or permanent. If they have like a crush upon this person or whatever, and this thing becomes so embedded, so permanent. And I've seen the stuff people do when they are in this type of thing. That was a temporary stuff. A lot of our people, we learned this through the church. We learned that in order for us not being seen as a whore, whether you're men or women, this hashtag to be permanent. You're going to have to marry this person now. But I don't like this person. I don't like that man. I don't like this woman. Well, you done the deeds. Now you're married. Forever and for life, you're tied up with this person, because usually the parents will force the two couples to get married. Happen all the time. They don't like each other. It was just they met somewhere in the heat of the moment. Something was done, okay? And then it happened. In the heat of the moment, this brother went to the nightclub, met this girl and stuff, and the same thing. In the heat of the moment, this woman go to this place and met this man, something happened. And now, because of this thing that happened, which was done, an impulse, you should have said, okay, well, hey, that's happened. I'm going to put the structure there so this hate won't happen again. But no, I don't want what society is going to say about me. I don't want what the church is going to say about me. I don't want people to talk bad about it, but I'm going to show them that I'm a righteous, virtuous woman, and I'm going to stick with this marriage that is already killing me. With the same thing with the man. I'm going to stick with this person because this and that. Well, that was a temporary stuff, man. People get temporarily sick, that there is a difference between being temporarily sick and chronically sick. That was a cold. Why are you still taking the medicine? Because I never want to get a cold anymore. That's not going to end up well, man. You keep taking this syrup, you keep taking this pill, and then now this syrup and pill that you keep taking for that cold you don't have become another issue. It become a side work now. You can't function without it. Stop doing this nonsense. Okay? You have to allow structures to carry on when you are emotionally unstable. You rely on your structure, prayers, or whatever that is, to certain things. You do not, you treat routine as stabilized medicine instead of, and well, we also with that syrup and pills and things like that. Again, feelings fluctuated, structure remains. In life, especially right now, beloved, you're gonna have to get higher objective, man. Our people are the only group of people that if they have a higher objective or higher ambition, they are clowned and shamed and ridiculed for that. They are shunned for that. Yeah, man, that's why I keep telling all people, but stop telling folks what you're going to do. Stop telling folks what you are thinking. It's just, it is only our people that take great pride to go on there and show people how real they are by telling them how they feel about pretty much anything. I'm going to tell you what I feel about you. Like, real, man, I got to be real with you. I don't need to be real with people. I know I'm real. I'm being real with myself. I don't need this nigga over here know what I'm thinking of him. In fact, I never thought of this nigga. I got Hesh that I'm taking care of. Long-term consistency. Get rid of stress, or at least in this case, reduce it. You have to stand on a clear identity. Who are you and what are you? If you keep jumping back and forth wherever the bandwagon, hey, the bandwagon is over there, I gotta jump there too. And then when the bandwagon get into an accident, things will, and then you jump back here too. When this here back here is got a problem, you jump in the bandwagon. It's like the brother said, "What would I spit you out of my mouth?" Which one are you? You have to put the structure in there. The structure will transform your resilience from effort into design. What I mean by that, beloved, effort and design are not the same thing. There are things that are designed. Slavery and all those stuff, they were designed. That's why you could get out of it. It was well structured. This isn't something that happened by accident. It just happened. When you go to a country like a developing country, you see the road, the informal the informal establishment. It is not designed. It wasn't designed like it's something that happened. But when you go to a fully developed country, you see everything is designed. There's a lot of effort being put in both, but the one that is designed, everything followed through because there is a structure there. Aim for higher objective. Okay, beloved? Heavenly Father, earthly Mother, we give great glory, great praise to the Mighty One for giving us the structure to be resilient. Yes, if slavery didn't take us out, if the 400 years Jacob's trouble didn't eliminate us, we are still here. Then whatever this little war or food price, homelessness, or whatever garbage that are destroying those people out there can't destroy us because you made us to be resilient. You give us a proper structure, and we say, great, great, great praise. May your will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. Selah, so be it. I give the Holy One great praise, great glory, beloved. And today is the day. Well, yesterday was the day our album, The Instrumental, came out. You know, the instrumental for all the song came out yesterday. All right. The album came out. Yes, beloved, I've seen people designing their life upon a temporary emotion. For instance, there was a sister when I was in high school. he met a young gentleman. Okay, we young, man. We really don't know. We want to be rebels. Okay, just to rebel against anything. There's nothing there. The other day she went into some stuff, and when we were young, 17, 16. Well, we were 17, and she started dating this guy, and the next thing you know, she quickly go to a shop and she wrote his name upon her in the back of her neck with 2 wings, and then she put take off under it. She put the name of the fellow and then take off in the back of her neck, and the stuff, things like that. The guy paid for it. The guy said the guy paid half for it, something like that. And a few weeks later, a huge argument break. It got physical. Somebody got a black eye, and somebody ended up in jail. So when that fellow ended up in there, they broke up and things like that and stuff. He moved out of state. That was less than a month. And when she healed up and stuff like that, and she had to go ahead over there and cover, I'm not quite sure the term of it, but cover it, make it look like something else. And it cost her way more money. And come to find out, this guy was working with the owner to bring people there and they can get discount. He gets some kind of commission. And that's why he entice her to get this thing in there. Now you got something permanent on you because you met this person. You didn't even stop and think. People see other people online do some stuff, altering their body, and they felt emotionally connected to that, and then they went ahead and do the same thing. Another young man, I played a video in the class. Let me see if I can get it. In the meantime, listen to the song. Most likely, YouTube probably buried that, but I must see if I can play her video, okay? In the meantime, let's listen to a little bit of Poison here. Where's Poison? I had it. There we go. Poison, poison, poison. Yeah. It's all poison. Everything you drink, eat. Yeah. It's all poison. Thou shalt not suffer poisoner to lead. Try to be healthy, try to stay healthy. All I need is veggie, but that meat's so juicy. That bacon burger is so tasty. I can eat pork, no pig feet. Junk food tastes so sweet because of all the cancer they put in it. That's right, you get cancer from the food you eat. Back door is for refuse to exit. Not to chow salad with jelly. Getting HBO special. Cancers all around you. Diabetes in the food too. Careful what you eat, dude. Drug abuse is the new sugar addiction. A lot of soda can cripple your action. You know what I mean? That dysfunction. Real sugar, they don't use. Chemicals, junk food, they fuse. I say, yeah, real sugar, they don't use. Chemicals and junk food, they fuse. I don't want man-made food. I want my manhood be strong like wood. If you like your food tastes like meat, my compliment for eating excrement. Everything that you eat, poison. Everything that you drink, poison. Everything that you eat, poison. Everything that you want, poison. Everything that you eat, poison. Everything that you drink, poison. Everything that you eat, poison. Everything that you want. Wisdom once told me the mind is like the belly. Always keep it healthy. Read, write, and study. Introspection, make it meditation. Keep it steady. Keep it clean. No brain malady. I am my own worst enemy. Escape through fantasy. Only to look back in reality. Complain about responsibility. Deny accountability. Watch them get it dirty. Blame him, blame her, blame them, but not me. Blame him, blame her, blame them, but not me. Hey Flesh is not easy, seriously. Beware of what you give access to your memory. Brain rot, sloppy. Pseudo-babbling intellectually. Say a lot, mean nothing like 83. The adversary can't stand no scrutiny. Yeah, I said the adversary can't stand no scrutiny. Yeah, blame him, blame her, blame them but not me. Yeah. I can't find a video, but this one is another one too. I believe this one has music. Okay, this one has music. Let me cut off the music. Okay, this man, as you are looking at right here, oops. Okay, so you can see all the permanent, the removal of the natural breast, the removal. You can see all this, the injection and stuff like that. And then it completely and utterly, that's him right there. But things start to settle. Okay, and then she came back a woman again, because you realize that, this is it. I make this thing an impulse, decision, So, and a lot of people were giving her crap because she transitioned back to being a natural born woman. But the thing is, the damage is done, man. The damage is done. Like, you do this damage, and this is not only physical. The mental damage sometimes could never be repaired. There was a TV show back in the day I used to watch called Maury. Okay, Maury. You Are Not the Father. And that was in late 2000, 2008, 2007, around that time. And there was a fellow that they brought there. They used to do, I don't know if they still do that in the Maury shows. Is that thing still on? The Maury shows? Maury. Anybody? It's used to me. I can't go to school. I've been watching the Maury show, and I don't know if they're still on. But they used to have a section where they will bring a bunch of beautiful women. Most of them were black women. Okay? And then they will say, okay, he or she, guess who that person, and people was like, oh, that's a she, that's a he, that's a she. And then they will stop, and then after reruns, the reruns is that he retired. Yeah, Maury had all the money, man. He was getting into age, and this show already won his course. That's done. So, and one of those, there used to be a section where they will bring people, okay, and they will say he or she and things like that, and then people will pick, and then after that they say, okay, well, that's a he, and people are like, what? That can't be a he, and stuff like this and stuff. Oh, that's a she. Okay, that's a she because you look like a woman. Oh no, that couldn't be a he, and stuff like that. And in the process, there's a guy they bought. He's a dude. They bought him. And they're like, okay, what happened? He said, well, I was being emotional. I didn't think this through. And the problem is, when people get emotional, the first thing they do, they go online and ask scumbag. People that are there to push people towards suicide, to push people toward bad thing. There's a lot of terrible people online, man. The first thing to do when you get emotional, you don't go online, you go in your closet. Okay, this is probably going to be like a pun, but no pun intended. You go into your closet, you go listening to that voice. You go clear your mind. So he went online, asked, and people are like, oh yeah, go ahead, do it, man, and stuff like that and stuff. But he went far. Most of those dudes, they don't chop that thing off, but this guy actually chopped it off, made it into a mighty oven the way that it used to be, and get everything done. And then he realized halfway through, this isn't what he want. He was just dealing with the loss of his father. Okay, he lost the love of his father. He couldn't couple with it. And then another dude, he was, asking, take advantage of him. He was just a lonely man. You have a lot of lonely men. Loneliness by nature, and this culture is not attributed to men. Men cannot be lonely. If a man is lonely, get a job. You cannot. If you're a man, you're working, you're not lonely. But there are some men out there, they are lonely. It's just a lonely dude. He didn't have no friend and things like that. He met this guy, and the guy, something happened, and the guy make him feel like, oh, I love you. But when in fact he wanted to use the dude. So he went and chopped everything and came back, and he couldn't handle the identity. There are things fighting with him. So he reversed everything back. But when he got to the show, and Maury was talking to the dude, and so Maury said something to that line. Said, "So there's nothing down there." Say, "No, there's nothing. It's gone. It's missing." And people like, "Oh man!" Like back then, people were much more in your face. Like, man, this nigga chop off his wing. And he said he had to go to the gym and work out and look like a man again. And the shame that he felt being around other dude, like, yo, I want to be like them. I don't want them to like me. I want to be like them. So you got a lot of folks that are making permanent decisions on temporary feelings. What you felt now is temporary. Don't go alter your stuff, man, and do stuff, man. Yes, you're watching a video online, some nigga, doing this, throwing sign, getting gang, say certain words. You get excited. Then now you join the gang, you permanently get involved with this thing. Now you ended up shooting somebody, that person died, or you saw one of the people that you don't even have connection with this person shot and killed. Now because of this, whatever that thing were, and then you just sit there, man. And then people are coming out there and telling you to stick with it for life. People, that's not even their life. This is a private matter. And people are calling, oh, girl, you stick with this. Don't listen to people because this is freedom. Whoa. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what's in there. You don't know what's in my mind. All you saw is the outside appeal. A lot of people are like, oh, you're a traitor. If you quit, you're a traitor. Since when I made an allegiance to you people? When you join those people group or whatever this thing is, you end this thing for life. That's how they see it. They don't like losing membership. Gang don't like losing membership. Glass holes don't like to use membership. Yo, they felt like if you leave the community, and so black folk are the only group of people that don't feel nothing when people come, when people leave. You got this, community of this black dude, you know what? Y'all people, man, I ain't gonna mess with y'all. I'm gonna date this women over there, this woman, and then everybody's like, cool, hey, you do you. But with the others, man, whenever somebody leave, except if this black man is in the DL, there was a dude, he got an interview. I'm like, man, I can't watch this. That thing is brutal. The interview was brutal. The man just sit there and describe. I must see if I can get some of it. This thing was brutal. Heavenly Father, I don't want to find this interview, but most likely I will not find it. But in the meantime, let's listen to some of that instrumental. A little Poison instrumental here. Where is Poison instrumental? I had it here. There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, I believe that was the live. Um, I'm not sure where exactly. It just happened where that guy, man. This dude, oh man, this thing was brutal. I have no idea who that guy is. It says Danny Boy. Um, Danny Boy. I'm not quite sure who this guy is, but it's somewhere around here.
And you didn't have an album or no hit song or anything, and he was still taking care of you. So how you feel about him saying that?
Well, I guess that's a double-edged, type situation. What do I mean by that? The relationship that I thought we had, and I'm young. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm thinking this is like a father to me, so to say. So absolutely, I think he's done a lot of things for me that didn't end up equating to him putting out a record on me. The videos, he spent a lot of money on putting it out, on putting those things out, and recording, spent a lot of that money. Yes, he did, but those were things that CEOs did at that time and that they do now, right? They spend money in artists that they believe in. So, the over cheerleading.
So again, I was young. Remember, beloved, when you are young, you don't think right, man. You have this impulse to make permanent decision of something that happened temporarily. You're young. Somebody do something for you, somebody say something, and the next thing you know, you take this thing forever. Like you base your entire life on this lifestyle that when you were young. You never change. Like, dude, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, man. That was back in the 90s, son. That was back when we were teenagers. We didn't know what we were doing. That was a phase. Now, nigga, I'm real nigga for life. I'm a ride with that bitch for life. I'm not this thug for life, man. I was doing this thing. We didn't know what we were doing. We were young kids, man. It happened. We're all grown up. I have a wife. I have a girlfriend. I have a job. I have this and stuff. Yo, let's leave this H behind. Nah, man. Man, that guy, he was saying some disgusting stuff. I couldn't even listen to it. I don't know where it is. I'm just going to skim to the video.
Like he did over, or I did so much. I think he did, in a humble way, I think he did what was necessary to get an artist that's right. That's why you're sitting where you are now, right? Studio. When you heard it, let's say I did. It's on contract that I wrote it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not really appointment, but it always happened. And I ain't saying this would happen, but I'm just this is a sidebar question because I know y'all gonna go crazy. They gonna go crazy. I'm just asking a question, dude. I don't know because I'm gay, so I don't know. To a straight guy, do 5 guys get together no matter what? If you see each other twice, 3, 4 times a month, 3 of those times, are y'all watching porn together?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. Another question, I guess, and I guess you want to ask me the question, but I just probably need you to help me because I be having shit all fucked up. I think I know what happened to me when I watch porn. I know what it excites me. So I don't know why niggas want to be around each other watching porn together in an exciting moment. And it's just all guys.
And that's the thing. This is just an exciting moment. This is a passing fancy. It's just an exciting moment. And then now you get involved with those people. And then now next thing you know, you're loyal to them. If you don't do stuff, and then they're going to go out there, they're going to say, hey, yo, that was a temporary things, man. Hey, this thing got to stay behind. No, man. Okay. Let me see if where he was saying the stuff. I believe right here. Let's go on 45 right here.
To me, yeah, for sure. He gave, but he can't say he gave because look how hard what he's going through. It's not my job to point out anybody that's gay because nobody outed me. I said what I said about me. I have a problem with people that play or say anything about me being the way that I am. And I could clearly see that there's something like that in them. I think he's gay. He's showing us every day. He say different things. He's on his little shows. If you look at it to me, yeah, for sure. He gay, but he can't say he gay because look how hard everybody is on especially a black man coming out saying he gay. So he'll probably never come out. But to talk about Suge and him saying that we were on gay activities, he may have said that, out of being funny, but like, I thought Suge said he didn't know nothing about me being gay as far, up until me saying something, why I didn't say nothing. So I don't know where he would even get that from. But I've said some things. And so that means he had an opportunity to see some interviews. And I stand behind what I've said. I think the stuff that we did was gay. but most of these niggas is gay.
Most of them, like most is 99.99%, man. You don't know how deep that thing goes, because the stuff it's temporary things, and then people just alter their entire life, and this is who they are now. This is their identity now. Yo, this is an identity, man. That was something that happened. Okay, it just happened, man. It happened. There are mistake that was made. You pass this one. Nope. They are threatening those guys. Like, yo, you have to fight. If you don't stick with this thing, I'm gonna go out there and say you are that thing.
Most of these gay. I thought it was accepted now. Like I said, man, everybody's gay almost. I'm trying to go back in the closet. These niggas so gay to me.
But what you mean when you say some of the things y'all was doing was gay?
That guy is like, yo, those guys are so gay. He wants to go back into the closet. Like, yo, man, you guys are embarrassing me, man. And it is true. It is true.
Is it straight for guys to watch porn with each other? I'm just asking, is it what you consider? If 4 or 5 of you and your homies got together and y'all watch porn all the time, is that straight or gay?
I would say that's gay. If y'all setting up a meetup to look at porn, yeah, that's pretty gay.
Not really appointment, but it always happened. And I ain't saying this would happen, but I'm just asking. This is a sidebar question because I know y'all gonna go crazy. They gonna go crazy. I'm just asking a question, dude. I don't know because I'm gay, so I don't know. To a straight guy, do 5 guys get together no matter what? If you see each other twice, 3, 4 times a month, 3 of those times, are y'all watching porn together?
Yeah, they'll be gay. Okay.
Another question, I guess, and I guess you want to ask me the question, but I just probably need you to help me because I be having shit all fucked up. I think I know what happened to me when I watch porn. I know what it excites me. So I don't know why niggas want to be around each other watching porn together in an exciting moment, and it's just all guys. It got to be some type of ending to that.
Which it is.
But man, you say that's gay. It's a lot of shit these dudes be doing, bro. That they be like, that's not gay. But again, I agree with you. That's gay. Those are gay activities.
When you say that it got to be some kind of ending, or are you implying that y'all was masturbating?
You just made me tell you. You good too.
All right, we're going to stop it right here, okay? Temporary things, man. There were temporary things, and then people make those stuff like they just alter. Their entire life is based around this thing, man. And like that dude, so he was a young man. He didn't know any better. He was a kid, a teenager, and then he got those adult dudes bring them in and buying him stuff. Didn't have that father figure, and then to him, it's like, yo, that's what people do. I think, this guy liked me because he treated me like this. And the next thing you know, stuff like that. Yes, they're watching men with men. Glassholes don't get together and watching a bunch of women, with men doing what naturally supposed to be done. No, if they're watching women and men, it's backdoor entry. That is right now 90% of the stuff are either backdoor entry or things that have to do with incest. Though it's acting, it's step this, stepdad, stepfather this, stepmother that, because that's how they conditioning our people. And then that's why you got a lot of stuff going on in the community. A lot of men, young boss sons are making move to their mothers, making move to their sisters, because it is something that they condition of watching. The backdoor entry things really started to push in around like 2013, and then this stuff become, it's just the eating from the backdoor, eating from the backdoors. Back then, this thing didn't exist. You have to go get it. It was categorized. There was a category for it. Now it's right there in your face. It's in your home page. Just like when you go on YouTube and then you see a video, they put it right there and you're like, yo, he's this age. So watching that is no difference if that, you know, the receiver was a man, because the same thing that get out of the women back door, it's the same thing that get out of the female back door. So now this dude is like, yo, these guys are going out there putting this pressure on me as if they don't do this. Yes, they do this type of things, you know, and this is the stuff. So you got a bunch of men, they now realize, yo, that was something happened, and I'm in the midst of an excitement. I'm not going to base my life into this thing. You base your entire life into something that happened when you were a teenager, a mistake or some whatever that is, and you listen to people online that telling you like, oh, you should go, and don't listen to people who go, no, this is not what I am. Something had happened, and that's all. And the guy went over there and chopped off his stuff like, yo, what'd you do that for, man? When I was growing up, there was an artist. Boy, let me see. Oh, all right. Okay, there was an artist. I'm just going to, let me put a link to this interview or whatever that was. It was hard to watch, man. I watched like 2 minutes of it. I'm like, God damn, I gotta leave this thing. Let me put the link right here so the people can go check it. When I was growing up, there was this French artist that was a huge hit called Alizé. Oh man, I did love Alizé. You know, she was, well, that was Alizé in 2003 or 2000. Crap. Okay. Crap. Well, they removed this thing. Oh, let me see if I can get it. Okay, well, they removed this thing. I think, yeah. Okay. You see how a thief is, there's like a pyramid or whatever. At least 2002. That was 2002. Let me see. 2000. Smile. I think that's the one, but you won't see it. Boy, I can't find it. Let's try this one. Yes. So you see how a thief is there's that chip. If I find a chip tooth, that would be better. Okay. This one. Okay, that one is better. You see how this dude have this chip tooth? Back then, it's slightly jagged. Yeah, it's like chip. I kid you not, man. That was like one like 2000, 2002. A lot of like kids growing up, guess what they did? They called this style Alizé. And what they would do, beloved, they would take lime They will take lime. All right. They will take a lime. Again, I'm not giving an instruction. This is just me saying things. All right. They will take a lime. They will take ice. Okay. A little piece of cube of ice. And then they will take a and then they will take the lime, and then they will go ahead. They will put down the ice and numb it, and they will take the nail clipper. I'm not making this up. And then they will and clip it. They will clip a style, and then they will call it Alizé. Going to school, everybody's doing Alizé, walking, you know, going to get the bus, everybody's doing Alizé. I'm like, what happened? I had a friend, you know, we were like brothers. Till this day, he still have it. Guess what happened? A lot of those people, the tooth become infected, and the whole tooth have the whole the whole front teeth had to be removed, man. And they were warning people not to do this. More people went in ahead and doing it. There was like a famous singer that went and did it, doing the stuff, and the guy did it wrong. He took the entire teeth, and then he's like, you know what, F it, take the 2 front teeth. And then he made a music video, being 2 front teeth missing, talking about, they call him Mazoa, which literally mean, you know, teethless, which is a derogatory term. People going out there and do stuff, and then after a few months, those people are growing up, these things start looking really ugly, and they regret that, man. I'm not making this up. People literally altering and do stuff, things they see, temporary stuff, like, yo, that's cool. But if I do this, how I'm gonna reverse it? Now you need thousands of dollars to go back to refill and re-put this thing. Yeah, they will chip their own tooth, man. I have 2 brothers that I know, they still alive today. Their teeth are still chipped because of what Alizé was doing and stuff like that. This French singer was popular back then, you know, Gaou, all those people were doing Gaou, people were doing Kobe Bryant, you know, make their hair like Kobe, people were doing Ronaldinho and all this stuff. Thing was crazy back then, man. But I never got involved with those stuff. I didn't know why, but I see people doing things. There was another thing that was much more graphic, beloved. I'm not making this up. You can do research and ask those people. Young women. Okay, there was, I'm not gonna name the medicine. There is, whenever somebody going, the farmers, all right, whenever they're going to sell a pig, a cow, or a goat, they will literally take this goat, they will take bicarbonate or baking soda, and then they will put a lot of it in their food. They will put it in the water, and which will inflame the animal. Okay, the animal look like it's fat, it's well fed, but it is just inflammation. They will purposely mix it with something that will make the animal inflame. But when you push it, when you push anywhere in that animal, it come out like this. Okay, when you push it and you let it go, and then it come out like that because it's an inflammation, something like this. So I kid you not. And around that same time, 2003, 2002, in the 2000s, there were a lot of young women that were injecting this thing in their arm and then in their butt. And then they will once they inject it in the side of their butt, all right, and they will sit on a bucket, okay? Okay, they will sit on a bucket for like hours. No, not. Let's see this. Well, they will sit on a bucket. They will remove the lid, and then they will sit on the bucket, and the bucket will literally press the side, the two side of the butt, which will make a curve, and then they will sit there for hours. And then when they get up, they have this hourglass shape, and then they will look good, and men will go after them because she got the bigger butt, she got this and stuff like that. But this medicine was made for animals, was made for pigs. It was a huge hit. It was a huge deal, and a hell of a lot of people died from it. Other women see other women doing this. Men, glasso men were doing this thing. They were injecting pig hormone into their butt to have this BBL. That was before BBL stuff. That was cheaply made. You didn't need all you need is somebody that know how to do it, give you the ingredient, you do it, and then you inject it in your butt and things like that. There is even more graphic things. I can't pull the picture here, where Negroes, okay, growing up with Negroes that go to jail, all right, they did this thing. They will take those. All right, they will take this. In the jail cell, they'll take like 5, 6, 7 of them, and they will take the third leg. They'll cut. They will cut like the rapists do that. They will cut under. It's like a nail. They will go under the nail. They will cut it and lift up the upper, and then they will put the marbles all over, and then they will seal it up. And then they will go ahead and rape women, and well, mostly was men, because from the back door somehow the glasso say that was the greatest pleasure. And this thing is permanent in there. It looked deformed. It looked this. People were going and do this thing, and after a while they regretted it. A lot of those dudes, I don't regret my decision. This thing got infected. Some of them lost their members, and I'm sitting there. Why you guys are doing this? And here's the thing. You can't back up from this. Temporary stuff, beloved. Temporary things, people take this stuff and make it permanent. Like, yo, why? My nigga, why? You shouldn't, this isn't, why? Those are some of the example of extreme stuff people are doing to themselves because of something that happened in the moment. Yeah, there was a guy on YouTube. He lost a bet. He was he put a bet. One of his friends say, "Hey, if this team lose, I'm going to get breast implant." And then they're like, "I hold you to this." They laughed. They were drinking, and then the team lost. And the guy literally went and get breast implant. He's not he's not a cowboy or anything like that. He just lost a bet, and he literally got breast implant, dog. He had it. This is real. That was the old internet, okay? All YouTube is there. I don't know if it's still there. And then he will go ahead walking around with breasts. And then people like, okay, he like, nah, I just lost a bet, man. I got a word for that whatever amount of time. And I think he worked for like 3 months or 6 months. And after that, he had it removed because that was the bet. Like, really, man? Really? Crazy. To all people out there, you do not owe a group your allegiance. You do not owe the church your life. Or if you're a Christian for life. That's not how it works. You do not owe those people over there in that group, this gang, whatever. You like, yo, I was young, man. I got involved with this ish. There's a metamorphosis going on in my life. I can't be the same person. You get away from those people. You move to another state, man. You don't stay away. You don't stay with those people over there. Just like that dude, man. He was a young guy, young kid. Being 18, man, you're young. An older dude, you thought like, yo, he's gonna be my nigga, he's gonna be my homie. He'd say, man, you can stay in my house. We out there, man. We bought you. We start watching porn. you know, and then you're excited when you're about to get to know women, and then next thing you know, this dude make a move on you, man. And you cannot really defend yourself to him because, you know, what the hell? And then now this person telling you this is your life now. Same thing with women. This is your life. Take this Haitian, go with it forever until you go to the grave. No, there is a part of your life you're no longer the same person that you were back then. And this is the issue with our people. Whenever they get involved with whatever that is, anything that is, they adopt rigidity. They just adopt rigidity. This is the thing. I'm gangster and I'm gangster for life. Yo, this is not sustainable, man. We are living human being, living, breathing, counting, talking, thinking human being. We cannot involve ourselves in this thing. That was back then, son. Things change, technology advanced, the time changed, the weather changed. We have to leave this thing behind. Well, at least I'm leaving this thing behind. Oh, well, you ain't gonna leave it. You think you better than me or stuff like that. Yo, the other day I see a dude dressing as a gang member talking. The dude has so much anger. So much anger for another dude that wear a color that is the opposite of what he wears. And the guy wasn't even a gang member. He was just walking around the neighborhood and he wear the color, and then the guy went and accosted him. And the dude back off is like, yo, what happened? It's like, you can't wear this one here, nigga. We really want here, nigga. The other dude had to pull him out and say, yo, he ain't banging, man. He was just some random dude. Calm down. And then the guy said, why are you doing this? I said, because I'm real, nigga. Anybody over there coming in my hood wearing this key color, man, kill you and stuff. Young dude. Now imagine you being 17. Let's say this guy was like 20, 21. You met this guy, he just wear a color, wear this green shirt, walking around. You know, he come visited a family member. He doesn't know anything about the hood. He just go ahead and stuff. And then you see him, you go ahead and question here, hey, you banging fool? Where you represent, dog? What's your set? And he's like, what? I'm sorry, set? I come here to visit my mom, grandma, my son, my this and that. Yeah, you be, and then you attack this guy. The guy pushed back, and in the heat of the moment, you shot and kill him. And then you run away. And you think like, okay, well, one, they ain't gonna find me. Two, if they find me, I'm gonna shoot the police or whatever because I'm gangster. And come to find out the same dudes that you are in the same crew, like, yo, this guy is crazy. We were just playing around. He took this thing too far. His name is this, then that. You get arrested and then you charged with murder, life sentence, man. So you're 21, you cool, you gangster, you young, you hard, nigga, you hard. I'm a hard nigga. I kill someone, gang, nigga. And then when you get in jail, man, you find out like they're all harder people. Not only you'll find that those guys are harder than you, you're gonna find something that is much more harder. This thing get hard all the time. I knocked this one down, he got hard again. You know, spending years now, you being like, you thought you were hard and a bunch of dudes in there. You know, you can't fight one. One dude, you can't fight it. Two dudes is going to be an issue. You might get out fighting two dudes. Hundreds of them, it's not an option. This is not going to be like, oh, I'm not into this and stuff. It's going to happen. And then you're going to sit there, man, and then reflection, introspection, like, yo, I shot and killed his father, brother like mine, man. He was just walking around with the shirt. I invested so much. My own homie gave me up. I thought them niggas were like my dog and stuff like that. You kill her. Whether that guy was a gang member, he walk around with the shirt or whatever. Yo, that was in the 80s and 90s, man. This is 2026, man. It's just, yo, this thing is done, man. We move from another horizon. There is a new paradigm, new stuff. Let's take this thing and make it a true culture, build a center, no violence, sell merchandise, and build an industry behind this thing. And we leave our people, we leave ourselves. Nope. You gotta keep it real. I gotta take this thing and then go for life with it. But nonetheless, any question, any concern, anything you wish to add? For those of you that are listening, we just released our album instrumental. Whoops. The album instrumental is released. It's on Amazon right now. It's on iTunes, Apple, and stuff like that. Any question? Anything you wish to add? Uh-oh. So that's what happened. I put that thing right under there. Anything before we leave you in peace, with peace? To my beloved out there, you don't owe anybody anything, man. You gotta let those people know that, I'm not part of whatever lifestyle and gang, glasses, cowboyism stuff. You do your thing on your own, man. You don't need to join those people walking around with flag and all these Haitian things like that. And then when they got an issue, they use you. When you have an issue, you can't use them. You gotta go there, man. This mental hygiene, you gotta go back and clutter. What that dude was doing, it was good therapy. Get things out. Get things out. It's just some of the stuff you done them in an impulse. It was something that happened. I was young. I didn't know any better. Now I know better. I'm not going to repeat this. What kind of man right now, you on your 30s, you got all this wisdom, and then you go in the street representing set. You shoot another brother because he wear a different color. You shoot a sister because she wear a different color. Or you get involved with a bunch of people because they choose to do it from another place. Next thing you know, this is your life now. Your life is more than that backdoor thing. Your life is beyond anything. It's sad to see people make their life all about this. Like, yo, my life is not all about what I'm doing here, man. I do a bunch of other things. I do music, I write, I do stuff. Can you imagine? And a good book, they warn you. Dog, well, in the French, it's Dog, Ritual de la Haute Magie by Eliphas Levi. Magic is not a profession. Being a priest, a pastor, a preacher is not a profession. This is a part-time thing. This is a side work. If you made your living of being a priest or pastor or whatever, you're breaking that law. You must do something that has nothing to do with the scripture and things like that to earn your living. Yeah, well, I say this, I'm not telling my beloved to go out there to just start spamming and scamming the people. Yeah, your life is ruined because of stupidity, man. No one thing, we all were stupid at one time. We were stupid, man. We do stupid stuff. But when you acknowledge that stupidity, you say, I'm not gonna let this go because I'm gangster. Oh, I'm a bad this, I'm a bad that, I'm gonna for life. Yo, no, this ain't for life, man. You laugh, you're like, man, boy, was I stupid, man. As a young boy, as a young man, as a young woman, young girl, I used to do this thing. I was in the past, you go, you metamorphose, you go, you what? But yo, you still have people going back and holding on to things they had in the 80s and 90s, man. Still holding on to this thing and don't want to let it go. All right, do something else. When it's time for our people, leave this thing. Well, it's time for people in general. Just leave this old world behind. Don't you see there's a new system? Don't you see there's a new world? Our world is being birthed. Don't you want to be part of that instead? Well, of course, a lot of you can't because you already signed that deal. But don't you see things are changing? Change, man. Bend. Stop going against this rushing, rapid river flow. Stop swimming against it. Use the power of the flow, man. All right, beloved. I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. Later on or tomorrow in Graphics and Templum, you're going to need this because of the war, the thing that are going out there, people are losing their freaking mind. This will be brought out onto you. Okay, I'll see you folks in the class later on. Okay, shalom. Uh-oh. Here we go. Josie A. Josie A. Josie A. Josie A. I reform. This is for you. Great glory. Great glory. Great glory. Great rising. Yeah. Rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. You can't stop. The most I rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. You can't stop. The most I rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. The most I rough. You can't stop. The most I rough. Genesis 15:13 indenture. It was divine capture that our people had to endure. 82 has no future, no measure for their pasture. The blessing is fisher, the culture vultures fracture. No departure for the rapture, reality is rupture. Got the title no structure, the first of them is not sure, but the last of us is a treasure, yeah. They thought their deeds were obscure, who actions they got you. And confusion, her voice was the only thing to usher. Now feel the full wrath of her pressure. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. Shows with that nature, the rituals, useless gesture. We are the same creature, we worship by nature. 400s of torture, it was a great adventure. They want to be us by twisting our holy scripture. Changing the procedure, forging our signature. Even emotions of nature want none of our mixture. Now everyone wants to sever the pleasure. That's why we say you cannot stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. Church was got you when you match you pass on nature. Every down was manicure, the sermon was a pedicure. The blessing was secure, we were considering impure. We were considering impure, the curse of heavenly scripture. Eyes filled with aperture, fears rendered them insecure. Prophecies are now manure, words heal and also endure. Was it winning a 83, no words could ever conjure. That's right, we see, you can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. The most I love. The most I love. The most I love. You can't stop the most I love. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it. Stop. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. No, you can't stop the most I love. Wow, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Yeah, rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Yeah, rob, the most I love. You can rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Yeah, rob, the most I love. Oh, rob, the most I love. You can rob, the most I love. We're gonna rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Yeah, rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love. Rob, the most I love.
say rough on the rough. Stop, stop, and the most say bring rough. You can't stop, 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 stop. You can't stop, can't stop. No more shots, rough, yeah, rough, yeah, yeah. You can't stop, stop, stop. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get off my way.
8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.